Welcome to Nisreen's Art World. I'm a dancer and a visual artist with a background in graphic art and psychology. In this podcast, I'll be exploring a variety of topics, from book reviews to dance analysis, through an artistic lens. I hope you enjoy the journey. Hello, this is Nisreen. Welcome to the 13th episode of Season 2 of my podcast. It's lovely to speak with you again. Today, I'd like to talk about one of my favorite topics, belly dance costuming. I've been performing and teaching belly dance for years now, and I can't deny that the sparkling costumes are a big part of this dance form's charm. However, finding the right costume can be quite tricky because there's such a vast range of designs to choose from. In today's episode, I'm going to share 5 points I've learned to pay attention to when buying a costume based on years of trial and error. I hope you can relate to them. 1. Price. Not to be crass, but price matters. If you're looking for a brand new, professionally made, complete Oriental costume, the minimum price in the US is typically around $250. Those traditional beaded costumes require intricate hand sewing, although modern costumes tend to be simpler. If you're looking for just a set of beaded bras and a belt without a skirt, I'd say $100 is the lowest price point for something that will last more than a few years. The good news is, high-quality costumes can often be found at more affordable prices if they're second-hand. Platforms like eBay, Facebook groups for dancers, or even your dance school can connect you to great deals. Of course, if you don't plan to perform professionally, you don't need to purchase those fully beaded costumes. Simpler and cheaper options, such as crop tops and skirts, are available online as well. 2. Color. Color matters, of course, especially with the parts of the costume that touch your skin, like the bra or belt. These should flatter your skin tone. However, for items farther from your face, like skirts or trousers, you can be a bit freer with color choices. Skin tones are generally categorized as warm, cool, or neutral. One simple way to identify your tone is to check the veins on your wrist. Makeup artist Brill Brenner suggests, quote, "Check the veins in your wrist. If they appear blue or purple, you likely have a cool undertone. If they look green, you most likely have a warm undertone. If you notice a mixture of both, you probably have a neutral or olive undertone." Unquote. By using this method, I discovered my skin tone is rather cool, which means colors like crimson, pale blue, lemon yellow, turquoise, and fuchsia suit me better than warmer tones like brown, coppery gold, or chestnut. Generally, silver or rose gold accessories complement cool-toned skin better than yellow gold. The texture of fabric can also influence how a color appears. For instance, velvet exudes elegance and maturity, while sheer fabrics like organdy or chiffon create an ethereal effect. It's worth considering which textures flatter your skin tone and suit your overall vibe. 3. Style. Belly dance styles vary, and so do costume styles. Your costume should align with your style or dance. For example, FCBD or Fat Chance belly dance costuming is characterized by coin bras layered with crop tops, large flowers in the hair, hip scarves, and circular cotton skirts. This is quite different from Oriental dance costuming, which typically features simpler hairstyles, shiny or sheer skirts, or trousers. Even within Oriental dance, there's huge variety. The standard costume might include a beaded bra and belt over a long skirt, but there are also one-piece costumes or skirts with attached decorations. Additionally, trends evolve rapidly. In recent years, we've seen less orthodox costumes from Egypt, such as miniskirts or sheer onesies. Choosing the right style is a personal process, but it's also about reading the room as a performer. You will need to ask yourself questions like, is this style appropriate for the venue, audience, music, and myself? 4. Practicality. Let's be honest, belly dance costumes are rarely practical or comfortable. However, certain features are essential depending on the occasion. For instance, if you're performing alone without assistance, avoid halter neck or crossback straps, as they can be difficult to manage when changing. You don't want to get stuck in your costume. The weight of the costume also matters. Modern costumes tend to be lighter, as contemporary styles often require more acrobatic movements. The same goes for head accessories. If you're planning to do head rolls, it's best to skip these, unless you can remove them before executing those movements. Preventing costume mishaps is also crucial. If you're performing on stage, it's essential to wear dance shorts or tights underneath your skirt, even if the skirt is long, to avoid any upskirt flashing. My preference is layering harem pants under my skirt, as it gives me confidence when performing kicks or floor work. Costumes should fit perfectly. I didn't include size in the title of this section because I've never found a costume in a store that fits me perfectly. After purchasing a costume, I always have it altered by a professional seamstress to ensure it fits exactly. This way, I can fully focus on performing. I learned this lesson after some unfortunate mishaps, like a moving hip belt, or worse, snapping a bra hook during a performance. Finally, 5. Brand. I don't prioritize costume brands, but it's true that some brands have excellent reputations but higher prices. For Turkish costumes, brands like Bella, Doğangyok, and Sem are highly respected for their quality and unique designs. For Egyptian costumes, brands like Emanzaki, Pharonix, and Huwaida are internationally recognized. Recently, costume makers from European and South American countries have also gained popularity. When shopping online, checking the brand can be one way to assess reliability. That said, a costume maker's lack of fame doesn't necessarily mean low quality. My very first belly dance costume, purchased 15 years ago from an unknown Vietnamese maker for about $100, is still going strong, and I still receive compliments on it. Ultimately, the most important criterion when choosing a costume is whether it helps you fully express yourself and the music on stage. Your costume is part of your art. How did you find today's episode? I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please consider leaving a review or comment. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye for now.